Hello everyone, it's Kathy Lee from Kathy's Creative Place. I have something I want to share with you. A couple cards that I made for Country Craft Creations as part of my design team responsibilities for the December Craftology box. And I made a couple cards and I'm going to show them to you here in a second. I did not do tutorials because they're very simple, so I'm just going to go through real quick and share with you how I made them. This one is, I love this saying, the answer is crafting, I don't care what the question is. That is just too cute. This card, the card base is actually, it's a really pretty pink cardstock, and this is part of your Craftology box. However, I cut this down to a 5 by 5 inch card. So I think it's a 6.5 by 5 inch, maybe 7 by 5. I don't remember, but I cut this down to a 5 by 5 inch card. And basically what I did is I used some of the pink paper from the collection, which is the I'd Rather Be Crafting from Echo Park, and it's by Lori Whitlock. She's the designer. She's the creator of this pretty pattern paper. And then basically what I did is I used this piece with an 1/8 inch border around the sides of my card. This paper panel is actually on, and I'm not sure if you can see the dimension here, but it's actually been adhered to some chipboard. So what I did is I put some chipboard in between the pieces of my ribbon and my paper panel, and that way it's nice and flat. This is twill ribbon, so it is very thick, and that's the reason why I did that, so I could have a piece of chipboard on both sides of the ribbon that went all the way around this paper panel. And then I added this 4 by 4 cut apart as my sentiment, and then I did a little bit of fussy cutting of this cute little flower and put that in the middle of my ribbon, and I added this yarn charm is just adorable underneath. And then this is one of Tamara has carried these in her store in the past. I'm not sure if they still are in there, but they are the Prima flowers, and I love the reds and pinks of this collection, and it just really looks so well with this this paper collection, so I added that as my flower next to my focal point. And then on the inside I have another 4 by 4 handmade goodness, and I put a little bit of walnut stain around the edge just to give it a little bit of definition. And that is that card. And then I also made from the craft card that was included in the Craftology box. I used that as a horizontal card. This would be like your vertical card, and then I used it as my horizontal design. So what I did is I took several different pieces of the pattern papers. I used my pinking shears and cut out rectangular shapes, and then I gave them a little bit of this is faux stitching, so anyone can do this. I used my little Sharpie poster paint pen. I love this. I use this all the time for all kinds of projects, but I use that for my stitching, for the white stitching, and then for the brown stitching I just used one of my Zig pens. And then this is somewhat dimensional. It has 2 stickers, the Create sticker and the scissors. They are foam. They are on here with fun foam. And then I cut out a couple of the flowers and I put fun foam behind those and put them on top of areas or the same pattern of the paper. So I cut these two pieces out and just adhered them with some fun foam. And then I had some old buttons in my stash. These are from Hippie Chick SEI buttons, and I just had some Doodlebug baker's twine, and I tied a little bit of baker's twine in each one of them, put them at the corners, and gives them a little bit more dimension and texture. And then on the inside, I cut this cute little border. This is one of the wide border strips from the paper collection, and I just cut that and put that as my inside sentiment. And those are two of my cards from the December Craftology box. I have two other tutorials that I shared for my other two cards for this month, and I hope you had a chance to see those, because there's some really cool, interesting techniques that I use for those two cards. I hope you join me again soon. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.